Good afternoon, students. Today we are going to discuss a topic that in the process of DT based, that is design thinking based, in the topic of power system protections. Okay. So why? First thing, why the protection is needed? Why the system need a protection? So main thing is there is no fault-free system. We know that there is no fault-free system in this world. So ensure safety of a personnel, and usually faults are occurs by the breakdown of insulation due to various reasons, system of overcurrent and over voltage, lightning, etc. So for this reason the system must be protected. That is very important. The system must be protected for these reasons. Okay, next is, so what are the protection scheme we have? What are the protections scheme we have? Can anyone tell about the protection scheme? What and all we have? Can anyone? Any volunteers from the students?
Scheme is needed. The various of device whose main purpose to protect the system in equipment from the effect of fault.
What are the main characteristics of protection scheme?
The loss of service in large area like external doors and escape of human life and may result in embryos economic losses.
What happened if the system is not protected?
It could be a short circuit and other abundant condition occurs in the power system, and there will be a current associated with the short circuit, like it damage the equipments and the other circuit systems.
What are the elements of protection scheme?
Current and voltage transformers, relays, circuit breakers, batteries, fuses, and lightning arresters.
These are the
Elements of protection system.
So what is the purpose of relay?
Isolate the controlling system of circuit of the controller circuit, controlling high voltage systems with low voltage, controlling high current with low current, logical function.
So what are the advantages of using a protective relay? So first thing is it's detecting the system fault. So main thing is it detects the system faults when occurs and isolate the fault session. It isolates the fault session from the remaining of the system. This is the main thing of protection, why we are using the protection relay. The next thing is mitigating the effect of failures after the occurs. What do you mean by mitigation? Mitigating the effect of failures after they occurs. What do you mean by mitigation generally? What do you mean by mitigation? Mitigation means what? I'm asking the question, what is mitigation? So recovering. So minimize the risk of fire dangers to person and other high voltage system. So minimize the risk of fire. So it minimize the risk of fires, dangers to person and others, another high voltage system. So these are the advantages of using protective relay. Why this protection system protection is needed. So next thing is circuit breakers. So what is circuit breakers and what are the type of circuit breakers we have is, we have low voltage circuit breakers and magnetic circuit breakers, medium voltage circuit breakers and high voltage circuit breakers. These are some of the type of circuit breakers, and we can see the animation video of circuit breakers. What happens here it is, when the coil is tripped, what happens? The flow of current. What happens is the flow of current flows through this. The flow of current flows through this. You can see the current flow direction. So when the contactor, moving contact touches the fixed contactor, what happens here is current flows, moves. We can see this. Okay. So next is battery bank. So what is battery bank? Battery bank is also called as backbone of the protection scheme. So it is the backbone of the protection scheme and an emergency usage of power system. We know that it is an emergency usage of power system. The next one is, what is fuse? Can anyone say what is fuse?
Fuses are selected to allow passage of normal current and excessive current only for short circuit periods, and it is used to protect the low voltage or current circuiting device.
What is switchgear?
Switchgears is a combination of switches, fuse and circuit breakers used to control and protect and isolate electric components. It is used to de-energize equipments and clear faults.
Now we can see the what are the different elements in of switchgears. We have so many types. First, in circuit breakers, we have air blast circuit breaker, vacuum circuit breaker, oil filled circuit breaker, and SF6 circuit breaker, and MCCB, that is molded case circuit breaker, MCB, that is a miniature circuit breaker, and RCCB, that is residual current circuit breaker, and next one is load breaking circuit switches, and bypass and charge over switches, isolators, and fuses. So these are the different elements of circuit breakers. And next is, what is the function wise category? What is the functions? How they operate? Based on the operation, we have separated into so many types. First one is automatic and manual operation. Based on this, we have an example of circuit breakers, MCB and MCCB. This comes under automated and manual operation. We can operate manually, and it can be automated. And only automation is fused. So only automation is fused, and only manual activity operator is isolated and LCB comes under this manually operated circuit breakers. These are the function. Based on the function, we are categorized, and voltage wise categorized as switching. Switchgear is, first one is low voltage switches, that is up to 11 kVA. So medium voltage, that is up to 66 kVA. High voltage is up to 40 kVA, and extra high voltage is up to 465 kVA, and HVDC switches. These are the based on voltage wise category. And next we are going for the quality review of faults and fault current. So what are the nature and causes of the fault?
Insulation fault, conducting path failure, over voltage due to lightning or switching surge, punching or puncturing or breaking of insulators, failures of conducting path due to broken conductor, failure of solid insulation due to aging, heating and moisture, over voltage, accidental contact with earth or earth screens, flash over voltage and etc.
So finally, we are going to see how the fault can be minimized. So by improving the quality of the machine equipments, installment, etc. By improving the design technique, we can minimize the fault occurrence, and adequate and reliable protection scheme and control with the help of that. And because main thing is regular maintenance, because of the regular maintenance by trained professionals, we can minimize the fault. And last thing is efficient management of electrical plant. By these things we can minimize the fault and we can protect the system. Thank you so much.